Hi, I'm Master Lukey, and this is my report for last night's UFC. What I'm going to do is break down the 5 key takeaways, and I'm going to show you how to train to correct these mistakes or address these situations. Now, the first thing that I noticed was the fight with Ariane Lipski. We're getting wrecked by the calf kick or the low roundhouse kick. So we're going to start the timer here, and we're going to start bouncing like a jump rope. All these guys jumping rope, and then they fight like this, plodding. You should be able to do this for the whole fight. 5 minutes. Got my timer on. Don't even need a jump rope. You're always moving forward or backward. You're never standing still. So if forward and backward is not a direction, that's automatic. Your 2 directions are your back side and your front side. Right leg's in the back, so I'm going to step with my right leg back and to the side. Ready? Slide. Slide. What happens if I do a bunch of slides in a row? You got your side footwork. You could say it's a diagonal, back and to the left, but it's actually a curve. Because if I keep going, I end up in a circle. The next one's going to be the front side. So we're going to go to the front side. I'm southpaw. That's my right leg. Right leg first. Swing the leg. Left leg. Now I'm going to slide again to get back in front of you. And the camera, ready? Step with the front leg open. That's the pivot, okay? Switch stance. Here we go. Open, swing. So now you got somebody who's kicking your leg. You're going to maintain your distance with your footwork. And you're never going to stand still for them to take that leg out. You're in a fight. You can't avoid getting hit. But when you're on your toes and your weight is not rooted, that kick, if you do get kicked, will have less impact. It's like a tree, a young tree in a hurricane that can go with the wind instead of getting destroyed, okay? So you actually want to be up on your toes the whole time, and only when you attack and root, you plant, and then get right back up on your toes. This is a little sneak preview of the rough draft of my book. It's kind of, I started a couple months ago to keep track of all my exercises, and now you can use this same concept to keep track of not just your fitness, but also your technical work. So we got footwork and shadow boxing. Check. The kick is longer than the punch. And these 2 kicks, which I'm going to show you here, are the defense to the leg kick. But there's also the risk. So what's the risk? The person can catch your leg. The person could off balance you. Where we're going to aim these kicks is at the spot where it's hardest to grab and the most off balancing. And that is the chest. We're going to make it an MMA drill by adding the forward shoulder roll. So you go 1, and you go 2 with the heel. Okay, now I landed in front, but my right shoulder, my back shoulder, is going to be the one that I roll with. So we get low and go away. 1. 1, 2, 2. Okay, other side. Deep. Side kick. Now rolling over the left shoulder. 1. There we go. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Teep. Whoop. Side kick. Forward, shoulder, roll. Each side, 10, and we put a check mark. Watch out for the guy who does the same thing 10,000 times over and over again. You know he's going to be good at it. The next drill is going to be a triple whammy. There was 3 things that needed to be worked on, and they all have to do with boxing. So Merab and Batista, they need to work on the same thing. The way we're going to practice it is for 1 minute, I'm going to do my footwork. Second minute, I'm going to add the technique for Sean, which is the triple jab, and then the slide or the pivot. Then I'm going to add the technique for Marab and Batista, which is the cross pivot cross. And then I'm going to add a bonus for Patchy Mix, which is the standing elbow. So what do we got? Footwork, triple jab, cross, pivot cross, elbows. That's 5 minutes, okay? Here we go. So starting with the footwork, okay? So I'm sliding, I'm pivoting, I'm bouncing, pivot again, slide, 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 slide. If you're not warmed up, be careful on your first sets of punches. Triple jab, slide, hands are sweaty, cross, pivot, cross, elbow, lead and rear. All right. The last technique I'm going to show you here is a bit of a pet peeve of mine. The reason why Sean O'Malley lost, as well as Vicente Luque, they both made the same mistake, which is wrestling up. You can't use every wrestling technique in MMA, just like you can't use every jiu-jitsu technique because there's no kimono. No one art will be all that you need. And so you have to do what Bruce Lee said, discard what is useless. And the wrestle up, in my opinion, only gets you into trouble because you put your head out in front and you're susceptible to darce, guillotine, anaconda, and getting your back taken. Use the up kick and use the technical stand-up from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, aka the Gracie get-up. I'm going to get down nice and low in my fighting stance and I'm going to roll back onto my side. Okay? Now what Sean O'Malley did, what everybody does is they get up to their hands and they wrestle up from here. But now my neck is exposed. See that? So the technical stand-up is the you start with an up kick. You're on one side, so your top leg is turn it into a side kick and end up on your elbow. One. Now you're going to put this foot down. At the same time, you're going to come up to this hand and you're going to kick with the other leg. Now before you put it down, you bring it under you, looking at the floor, and put it behind your hand. No matter what position you're in, you only stand up with the technical stand-up, aka the Gracie get-up. Do not fall into the trap of thinking you could just stand up in a wrestling position because you don't want to lose on points. You understand? Sometimes you have to accept that you're in a bad spot and don't rush to get back to what you think is a better position because it's like fool's gold. When you wrestle up, when you try to stand up from a referee's position, you're only asking for trouble. Stick to the technical stand-up because you have your up kicks there. Number 2, remember I said double whammy? Protects you, plus you got the up kick. Ready? Squat down, roll back, other side to your elbow. Put the foot down, come up to your hand, kick with the bottom leg. That's at the knee. Bring it underneath, put it down behind your hand, and drop. Do 5 on each side. Here we go. You're in your fighting stance, back leg, kick a soccer ball, break fall. Side kick with the top leg to your elbow. Put the foot down, come up to the hand, kick with the bottom leg. Put it down behind your hand, and you're up. The safest way to stand up. I salute you, everybody who gave themselves in the cage last night, whether you got the dub or whether you got the learning. You are a champion, and that's why I want to invite you to come train with me in person or online. When you join my channel, you can send me the video of you training, and I will make custom workouts for you, just like this. Fitness, technique, and I even do nutrition. So I'll see you in there.